I've been wanting to do a video of how to find GMRS repeaters. The site that I like to use is mygmrs.com. That is where I have, registered or published the repeater that I have set up. And I want to go through how to do this. So to start, you'll need an account. So up here you can see mine, and you can see my call sign WQUR496. That's my GMRS call sign, and you will need a call sign for GMRS separate from a call sign for ham radio. The GMRS license is there's no test, you just pay a fee, and then you can have your call sign. So on here, I am logged into my account, as you can see here, and then what you can do, a couple different ways. You can either click on repeaters, and it'll just list everything. You can click near me, and it'll ask for you to do your, what's near you. Here is mine. And then you can also, let's say we go back, you can click on map, and this will give you a graphical representation of all the GMRS repeaters here that you can see. So for me, let's say I want to go in because I'm going to scroll in with my mouse wheel, and I'm going to zoom in because I want to look in the Dallas area, and I want to get close to where this is. So now I can see in the Dallas area, these are the different repeaters, and as you go over them, there's a circle that's the coverage map, or the coverage distance, I guess. So here, UP625, that is my repeater. And you can see here as you zoom in, it gets kind of a more defined area. My specific one is at tree line. It's below or equal to the roof lines that are around here. So it's not, this circle is generous to say the least, but it's the smallest circle I could get. So you'll go and click. When you click on these, it will pop up and it will give you a list of information. So since I am logged in, what I have set up is it is free to use my repeater, but I want to make sure that you have an account that at least there's information in mygmrs.com of who you are, and that you've at least requested permission, which will then pop up with the tones for accessing the repeater. It also gives you when it was last updated, because I just happened to do it a few minutes ago. And then the estimated range, again, it's super small. It's only 5 miles. And it'll give you the frequency. Then you can click View Details, and then it'll pop up the actual page of it. And here, it's green. It's active. It's active for me. It'll give you the city that it's in, the name of it, so UP625. I did that because the last 3 are 625. And then it'll give you this information, and then you can click here to request access. Here's where it auto-populates your call sign, your email, phone number if it's in there, how many users you're wanting to use it. You can drag that to more or less. And then requested usage. When I get these requests, it's usually just a click on one of these to go through, how you want to use it. And then you put some notes, and usually someone will just put in, hi, I'm just getting into GMRS, or I want to use this for emergency communications. And then you hit submit, just like any other kind of form on the internet. And that's it. So that's one way to look at it. You can also go up here back to the repeater site, and it'll give you the same thing. So near me, and then it'll list it again by city. But I just recommend the map, because usually the coverage area is not that large. And so one thing I also wanted to point out is, so this one is a repeater near where our property is. And when you click on it, you can obviously see this is a much larger area. So one thing just to keep in mind is if you're not familiar with ham radio, and you're just getting into GMRS for repeaters, this you are not transmitting securely, right? And you're not encrypting what you're transmitting. So just keep in mind as like a common courtesy that everyone in this kind of circle that you can see here on the screen, that they can hear what you're saying. So always just be polite, be courteous, don't take up the frequency. Yeah, so that's just a quick, easy rundown. And then if you're ever curious on how you can get more stuff, I just personally like mygmrs.com because they just have a lot of helpful stuff. So they've got different nets you can listen to. They've got linked things when they're active. You can see what's going on here. You can go if you want to, and you can go and shop for stuff. So they have really good things like if you want to get your own repeater. The Retevis is the one that I have, and it's more than enough for what we're wanting. The big saying is altitude is king. So, the higher you can get your antenna, even if it's a low wattage, which this is, you still get a really good coverage. Ours just isn't that big because there are a lot of big houses around here and we're a tiny itty bitty house. And then one thing to remember too is, which it has here, is 5 watts. So this repeater is technically 10 watts, which will I'm probably overlooking it. That's my fault. 10 watts. Okay. So your output is 10 watts. When you use a duplexer, which is where you use one connection to for an antenna that goes in and out. So like you receive on one antenna, and on larger repeaters, you output on a different antenna. You can connect those to one antenna. And to do that, you need a duplexer, and just inherently it drops it by half. So that's why. But if you're looking, that's the one I have and I love it. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and have fun with the GMRS world.